You remember out on the Sea of Galilee when the storm arises and the disciples are in the boat, and they think they're going to die because the storm is so intense it's about to capsize their boat. They see this little figure way out in the water, which goes against all belief. Who would be out on the water? And Peter, sort of the very intuitive one that he is with all his faith, says, I think Jesus is out there. And he says, Jesus, if it's you, tell me to come to you. And Jesus says, come. Now all the disciples hanging out in the boat, I imagine, it doesn't say this in the story, but I imagine they're saying, you're crazy, Peter, what are you doing? The boat's about to capsize and you're going to step on something which is known not to support human beings, which is water. And you're walking out there, which they think it's a ghost on the water. So you're going to step out into the storm on something that doesn't support you, chasing a ghost. Now, as we do at Unity, we interpret this symbolically, right? And I interpret it to mean is stepping out of our current level of understanding, our consciousness, into something totally new amidst the storms of life, right? It's a message for every single one of us. Now, as we know, Peter steps out and he starts to walk to his astonishment. Now he looks down and the water's swirling and heaving and moving and he starts to sink. He becomes paralyzed with fear, but his true nature, the Christ within him, Jesus, comes forward and lifts him up and puts him back in the boat and says, oh, you with little faith, why did you not believe? So it's saying to us that every time we're willing to step out of what we think we know, despite all the voices inside of us and the people around us and say, you're crazy, man, you're crazy, that can't exist. Our true nature comes to support us and to help us along our journey. And my guess is that having stepped on the water and having stood there and walked with Jesus, Peter came back to that boat with a little different understanding of the infinite and unlimited field of possibility, right? Those other disciples were still there, cowering in the back. Walk with your doubt. Walk with the doubt and take the time to use your human intelligence and investigate. As you journey on the spiritual journey toward oneness, you will be exposed to things that will shock you. Now, another challenge I think that we have on our journey is grief. Anybody that's over the age of 50 or so, or even under that, is going to have experienced grief because of loss in your life, right? So what I invite you to do is to feel that grief in its entirety, because what it is a message of love to us. And if we don't allow it to come and be with us and go through all the emotions of that grief, we can't make room for a greater experience of love and oneness in our life.